How do we thrive in our singlehood? How do we enjoy our singlehood in a world where there's so much pressure to get into marriage, to get into relationships, and yet we haven't quite discovered ourselves? My name is Ernest Wamboye, and you are watching CITAM Church Online. Thriving in your singlehood is one of the most important things you can do with your life. Now, I know we live in a time where there are many young people who are told, unaoa lini, when I walk down the aisle, tumekula keki ya graduation, now we want the other cake, and it can get to you and you can start thinking, hey, I need to settle down fast. You look around and all your friends are getting married every weekend. You've been in so many bridal lineups and you're thinking, when will my time come? Well, I'll tell you this, for one, you don't need to get into a relationship out of pressure. I made mistakes like that when I was younger, and I just thought, hey, everyone's in a relationship, let me get into one. And what resulted in that was a lot of heartbreak and wasting people's time. My philosophy concerning relationships is this, and I believe that this is also something that any Bible-believing Christian will subscribe to. Don't date for fun. If you date for fun, you could break up for fun, and it won't be funny. Your relationship must have a purpose, and that purpose must be marriage. You look at every relationship in the Bible, and the Bible does not recognize even dating relationships. It's courting and marriage. And so in our context, we use the term dating loosely because it's a cultural term. But what we really mean when Christians date is that Christians come together, join together to start a relationship, hoping for it to end in the altar. But prior to that, for you to thrive in your singlehood, you need to do a number of things. Number one, you need to know your God. You need to know the one who created you. Because the one who created you will teach you how to handle his creation. If you get into a vertical relationship with your creator, you'll be equipped to have a horizontal relationship with someone of the opposite sex. If you don't have a vertical relationship with your creator, then all horizontal relationship with his creation will be marred, will be ruined. Because you cannot understand his creation unless you understand the creator. Number one, run so fast towards God. If anyone catches up, introduce yourself. Fall in love with the creator. Get to know him. And don't just get to know him on a general level. Get to know him personally, intimately, through the person of Jesus Christ. Get to understand what the cross means for you as an individual. Make sure you get your sense of worth from God, because if you don't get that from your walk with God, from your creator, you will look for that sense of security, significance, and acceptance from someone else of the opposite sex. And this is the bad news, guys, that your boyfriend can never be the fourth member of the Trinity. Your girlfriend can never be the fourth member of the Trinity. They can make a good girlfriend, but they cannot give you what God can give you. Too many people today are thriving in their singlehood. Too many people are not thriving in their singlehood because they are looking to humans to give them only what God can. Do you have a walk with God? Is it thriving? That is number one step to thrive in your singlehood. Number two, you need to know yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What is your personality like? What are your spiritual gifts for you who knows the Lord? What are your natural abilities? You need to know this so that your entire life is not you waiting for someone to come and take you down the aisle, but rather it's you using your gifts and your abilities to live a complete, full life. When this person checks into your life, they can see, hey, this person is doing something with their life. They're not just sitting, waiting for someone to tell them, hey, let's get married. The greatest reward for a believer is not I do. The greatest reward for a believer is hearing the words, well done, good and faithful servant. And finally, you need to know your purpose. What has God created you to do here on earth? Why has God placed you here on earth? What is God going to use? How is God going to use you to solve a problem here on earth? Because your purpose is so important such that it will help you locate the right person to marry. You hear the term soulmate. Soulmate involves someone who is going to plug into your purpose. The Bible calls the woman a helper. It's not an offensive term. It's a very powerful word. It's the same word used to describe the Holy Spirit. Just as the Holy Spirit helps the believer, a man and a woman come together and the woman helps the man. Helps in what? Purpose. And so a man must be burning with that purpose. A woman must be burning with that purpose so that when they come together, they fulfill an agenda here on earth. But you don't discover that when you're dating. You don't discover that when you're married. You discover that while you are a single person. Forget all that they're saying about you. They may say you're as single as a mango seed. Accept it. Move on. But use your singlehood to the glory of God. Thrive. Know your God. Know yourself. Know your purpose. And at the right time, when you walk down the aisle, you won't be walking down to meet your better half. You'll be walking down to meet your better whole, because you too are a whole human being. Catch us on Twitter. Catch us on Facebook. If you have any questions, please text on the numbers below your screen. If you want to attend our service, I invite you to CITAM Valley Road, where you can connect with like-minded men and women. My name is Ernest Wamboye. This is CITAM Church Online.